Well, it's too early for this. Let's get some coffee in us. Morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Dumb Stuff with Matt. We're working on the Spitfire again. Leaf spring turned out fantastic. We've got a couple other components to get done. One is the diff. And we got the two axles over here that are going to get cleaned up. Today's focus is this nasty, dirty old drive shaft. I was kind of on the fence whether or not I wanted to actually go through and tear this thing down because it seems to be okay. But I think we're just going to go ahead and get it done because it's already out of the car. So, let's see if I can figure this out. I've never pulled U-joints before, so this will be a little fight. Let me get you on the stand, and we will get rolling here. So, first move, we got to pull the clips out. Got a little clip remover. I'll put some pressure on. I can see it starting to move. Go. I can't believe that old girl just popped like that. That's nice. Looks to be in good shape. Let's see if the rest of them are going to move for us. Oh, we're going to get lucky again. Wow, hold still. Okay. Come on, little fella. Come on out. Perfect. Another set of pliers. It's an early starter today. There's two of 8. Thanks, Alex, for the help. Ooh, that one's going to be tough. I think. Son of a bitch. All right, we're going to take a break real quick. Hands cramping up. We got updates. Things accelerated pretty quickly here. I tried following the manual. I tried following some other how-to videos. These were just seized in there. So solid. Guys, I didn't think I was going to get them out. I found the U-joints for about 26 bucks a piece, which is not a big deal, but if you're following along here and doing the same thing to your car, I might suggest just replacing the whole drive shaft. Moss, I think it was a Moss. I'm sorry, British Parts has one for $230, and I've probably got about 6 hours in this so far, so maybe time over money. I don't know. Good thing I'm cheap and got to fight my way through these things. Anyway, now that those are all out of here in garbage, let's do what we normally do. Clean this stuff up, make it look a little prettier. I'm putting you on the stand. And in typical I'm super cheap fashion, more the Super Tech engine degreaser. Give her a little shaky, shaky, shake. And then layer it on thick. get it. Yep, that's thick. All right, let's let it sit for a few minutes, and then we'll do the normal. Wire wheel it, and then take all the rust off. Try to get the bottom there. Not exactly the easiest task on something that's round. Ooh, yeah, it's already coming up. That's good. All right. Gonna make you guys sit around and watch this shit. I'll check back in with you. Gonna try to switch it up a little bit this round. Instead of going through and wire wheeling the whole thing with a brush, we're just gonna go straight to the goods. So, check my battery level. It's got a little bit left in it. I'm gonna start nibbling this down bits by bits, see what we come up with here. I'm gonna put you guys on fast mode. No need to be sit here listening to power tools just ripping in your ears. And you know what's coming next. A little wipe down to get off the grease, tar, dog breath, human excrement, blood, skin, all the things that this thing has been in contact with in the last 24 hours. So far, we've been pretty lucky with our attempts at paint. History, I've had issues where it bubbled or spun funny or, you know, all the weird things that happen. So we're just going to keep after it here. Maybe we'll be lucky again. This I'm a little worried about. It didn't get, I don't know if I got all the grease off. This thing was pretty well coated. I'm sure the torch helped. I'm sure the heat from basically cutting the U-joints off. I'm not real happy with how that went down, but what are you going to do? When you got to get them off, you got to get them off. That's what she said. Anyways, so here we go again. Feel like we've done this a couple times this week. But 'tis the car life, fellas. 'Tis the car life. All right, let's go grab our paint. Go ahead and start with this here ugly drive shaft. See if we can make it look a little nicer. Oh, yep, looking good. A little runny there. Now, if you're doing this at home, you gotta remember one thing, simple thing. Every coat of paint adds thickness. So those little holes where the U-joints go, we're gonna have to either sand those out or grind them out or something to make them match. Because right now, as thick as I'm putting it on, your U-joints are going to go back in without some serious pressure. Whoa, excuse me, sir. Don't like the way you're talking to me. I think for ease of my back, we're going to do this drive shaft in 2 batches. Go down as far as I can here, and then after it dries, we'll flip it and hit it again. So I can get all this down here. I tell you what, for being a Walmart paint, this rust performer is really done pretty good. I don't have much complaining about it at all. It's like $9 a can compared to the, $60 a can from the good stuff. I'd be hard pressed to choose any other one. Get back to our other pieces here. Come on now, spin around. Oh yeah, you look better. Instant. Little drippage. It's to be expected. We'll probably do the same thing to these caps, just because I've been a little hard on my back the last week or so here. I really don't feel like, you know, pushing it too hard. So let's let those dry, and I'm gonna go back to editing. Well, here we go again. Let's get this drive shaft finished up so I can take it off my table. But first, Christmas is officially over. We got done at my parents' house this morning. We did my wife's yesterday. So I got some hot coffee and a little bit of rum chata. Get ourselves a little working motivation going on here. I also, as a present, got a new wireless mic that isn't from Walmart. The wireless mics from Walmart aren't real great, so I never use them. But this one, however, this is our first real test of what it picks up and what it doesn't. Golly, that's good. So, back to our drive shaft. What we're gonna do is, I think I kind of mentioned it on our initial teardown, when I had to beat the living heck out of these to get the U-joints, the old U-joints out, some of these little holes got some little bit of marking up here. We're gonna take a piece of sandpaper on a drill and just go like this. And clean that area up. Just like that. Flip it over, do it again. Now, I've never put in U-joints before, guys, so this is, I'm learning as you're learning. Odds are, more than one of you have put in U-joints, and you probably know more than I do. So, I am going to go grab, what was I going to grab? Oh, I need to read the manual and find out where the grease certs go, because I don't actually know which, you know, does it go this way or does it go this way? So let me go find that info out real quick and look at the manual, and then I'll be right back with you. So the answer for these U-joints is the 8mm. Put that right down as snug as I can get it. So if I understand it correctly, we want it to be facing the U-joint in a spot where we can lubricate. So let's grab a towel here, so I'm already greasy. You're supposed to keep it as clean as possible. And you see, I don't want to start with grease on my hands, which then equals grease and everything else that doesn't need to be there. So let's clean her up nice. We are going to pull a cap off and a cap off, like so. And then we're going to slide in like that. Now, I think we're going to try something else, because again, I've never done this. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing it correctly. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on each one of these caps, so that when I go to reassemble, it just slides right in, hopefully. Probably not, but we're going to try. Okay. There's that. A little bit of grease. Let's put our U-joint in how we had it. Seemed to be working. Cap goes in there. And the cap goes in here. Well, just like I suspected, they're just a little jerky. So, simple enough. I was prepared for such a problem. Let me find out where I put it. Hang tight. All right, we found it. Doop-a-doo. Okay. Put a little pressure on them. Well, it's not liking that at all. Okay. Yoink. 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 Here we go. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it. Nope, that's gonna break it. So much for an easy swap out here. Good God. Okay, I wonder if I tried tapping them with a hammer, if that would do us any favors. Let's give that a shot before I go full crazy here. Let me go chase down my hammer. That seems to be doing something. That's good. Okay, making movements. Well, now I can't get it in there. Okay. Well, this is already getting frustrating and warm in here. Okay, so it wouldn't fit in there that way, but it didn't change anything. Okay, so I think what I need to do is back off one of these joints. What if I went to this side? Oh, the needle's already goobered up too. That's probably what happened here. Okay. All right, let me put you on hold while I figure this game out. Well, guys, we got updates. So the U-joints that I were told were correct, did all my research on. I missed one key difference. If you look, I beat the living guts out of this thing for about 4 hours just to get this one U-joint installed. Well, turns out that this is what's called the strapped U-joint because it has that. I don't know what makes that a strapped strapped drive shaft, but that's what it is. So I did some calling around some of the part suppliers, and it turns out that this drive shaft is not serviceable, which means those U-joints are too tall. Those U-joints belong to this shaft, which I found locally, believe it or not. So it already had fresh U-joints in it. New boot. I've already sanded and painted it. It is now drawing. So moral of the story, know more about your drive shafts before you go banging on them, because that's a lot of work that I just wasted here. So if you're following me, hopefully you made it to the end of the video before you did what I did. But for a drive shaft, this pretty much finishes it. I do have new bolts for both mounting points. Yeah, we'll get those all put in and then put it in this pile over here to go back in. So I think this is gonna round up our drive shaft video. Again, guys, I appreciate you watching, stopping in. If you got anything else to put in the comments to add to someone else in my position, certainly do so in the comments. Hit the likey, subscribe deal at the bottom. We will see you guys on the next one. Peace.